Oh, I mean, definitely. In a way, it's hurt the culture because like people that are not seeing like this marketing side of it, the spotlight or whatever. I feel like I personally see it just because I've been involved in marketing with all these big brands and companies. So it's like immediately I'm like, what? Like that's so obvious. I don't know. Like to me, it feels obvious, but I mean, to the people that are just in the scene and b-boying and the culture heavily, they're not seeing this. They're seeing it in a different perspective. They're seeing it as like, oh, this is messed up. They're taking from the culture, right? When in a way they're taking from the culture to profit, but I feel like a lot of people are just not seeing the bigger picture where it does just seem like they're just feeding off the culture and just nothing else. Like we're not gaining something out of, yes, you're making some money or something, but I feel like it is in a way destroying our culture. And that's why I think it was important for like US Breaking to come together and remind everyone that we are a culture, we are b-boys, we do control this stuff. And I've been talking to a lot of like the heads of US Breaking and doing some stuff with them. And I think it is important for people to step in again and say, hey, like, yes, we can make money. Yes, there could be a spotlight, but let's not forget that what this is.
Yeah, let's not forget where everything came from.
I mean, in a way, I feel like for the longest, I was a glue guy too. Like some people, like when we're battling as like Milwaukee's best, like they were like, oh, Mijo and Alex are whack. Like we don't want them in the like the we don't want to battle with them. Like.
Yeah, Alex. Round one. That's so true. Get head up.
And then they were like, "Oh, we want Lupe because he has power." And then I mean, they know that motivated us. We were like, "Nah, F this shit. Like, we're gonna be in it. We're gonna be the freaking movers." You know what I mean? And so I don't know. So I feel like we see it from a point of view of like personally, like I was a glue guy where like you don't always have to be that guy. You could break out of that and be one of the freaking group A or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it is like you have to see past all these competitions. You have to see past this spotlight. Like, what really matters? Like, is that gonna drive what you do as a b-boy? Or
I guess it was something behind this. It was something outside of like what you've seen. Like just the scene itself inside Milwaukee was the ones who was considering us like we don't want those guys because those other guys they thought they were more than us. So like if like for example at Scribble Jam, like they didn't want me or Alex going out. Like they just wanted Dizzy and Debris and all the other guys going out. And we were like, well, we want to go out too. And it's like, no, you're not a heavy hitter. So let them go. And it was like, what? Like I said, we broke out of that. You know,
like
as an individual.
Like the first battles where, like, again, there's steps. Not every heavy hitter starts as a heavy hitter. Everyone starts. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're talking about. Like when we started, like now I feel like there was no question. Like now something like we needed a round, we'd be like, no, Mijo's gotta go out, right? Or like, but he went from that to like being a heavy hitter. So that's what I'm saying. Like all these glue guys that now they're seeing this big events, like they just give up too quickly. Like there's steps to this. Like you could be in that spotlight. Mm-hmm. It's just like people give up too quickly because they want faster and quicker results, right? Like they've been breaking like 3 months. They're like, I want to win Red Bull BC1. Like, motherfucker, you've been breaking 1 month. Like, they try and airflow. You can't even do 6-step. Yeah, like that's how it is. There's a lot of new hits that come to session. They're already trying to hit airflow. I'm like, bro, get your 6-step first. Like, get you first. Like, but people forget that. They think like let's like they see a bigger level already. They see the goal. They see what they're presented by and they just
I feel like a lot of people aren't taught the culture though at all either with it. So it's like it has to go hand in hand with each other. Like it's like walking and then running, you know, like you learn the culture, you know, what's behind it, like, you know, understand like the people who brought it up and like the legends that are within your city and around you, like know your surroundings and also as an individual with your crew, because then that all goes together like as a timeline as you go through, and the culture just kind of just is thrown on the back burner. And now it's like, now go win that jam right now, you know. It's like, and learn this power move first before you learn how to do the 6-step, which is the walking part. And you know, and that's all it is. It's thrown into the fire, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, and then you got people who are like, oh, they don't know the culture, so they suck, you know. And it's true. You don't understand what's going on and how it got brought up and how it evolutionized to what it is now. This is the reason why it's going into the Olympics now, you know.
But at the same time, you do need like people like Mijo or me that like you're back in the scene, and because who's gonna teach you the culture, right? Like you gotta be there. You need someone to kind of guide you, because or else it's like you gotta be guided by Red Bull BC1. You gotta be guided by what you see on YouTube. Like you need, like the scene needs older heads that not only gonna like be like, no, the Red Bull is like trash, but they're gonna be helping you with everything else. Like, so it's a whole package, and not just like you're not guided by YouTube, you're not guided by Red Bull, but there is that other side of stuff helping you, like the culture, like Neil's talking about, like, because you need someone, right? You can't just do it yourself. You can't just, there's not a YouTube where they're like, all right, this is the culture and this is.
It's like the same way as you could search through Google. You could search for those that do know the culture. If you're not getting it from somewhere, you can search for it elsewhere. Like you got legends that are still around and people that are involved like crazy, you know, like you can ask questions and do the same thing instead of just being like, all right, you know, I'm going to Google this. It's the same way as going to searching for ask questions when you're at a jam, and pretty sure everybody's willing to give you those answers. So
it's hard though, but like, are you got Google like Hyper's jam or freestyle, or are you got Google like what's the culture and the, you know, it's like you need people to be there. I don't know. It's hard for someone to just go on there and like, I don't think anyone's gonna Google like I want to learn about the culture versus I want to see the hypest fucking blow ups of freestyle session, you know, like people.
And then they'll have it.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, man, the dopest one I seen was in the Cypher, you know.
Or not even you Googling it, right? Like you could, if you're on your Instagram, you're not gonna see like this is the culture of beat. Like you're gonna see a top 10 blow up set first, and it's gonna be %, and that's what's gonna go viral versus like someone explaining what the essence of the culture is or why we do it. Or,
like even like you said, like at Breaklanta, when you seen us and Unique Styles, like you were like, yo, this is insane. But it's like when we made it to the finals, it's the spotlight, you know, and now it's the routines and Hugo, and it's Hugo. It was like in that Cypher, it was like pushing, I'm going in, and you know, that's the way, like it was controlled. That's all it was. It was controlled.
I mean, personally for me, I would say like no, just because like I have a lot of big stuff happening outside of b-boying, where I do relate it to like b-boying, but I mean, if I didn't have like art, obviously like, yeah, anyone wants to travel, everyone wants to do this, but then again, you're trading for something that you don't really know, right? Like it all depends. Like for me, I wouldn't, like, just because, I don't know, like for me, those moments were better than winning a jam. Like some of the sessions, practices, just after events, they're better for me, like memory wise, than even winning a battle. We won a battle like there was one time we drove to Ohio, we won a jam like $800. I got pulled over twice. I ended up paying like $800 in my tickets. Like, so that's always like at the same time money just flew. Like, so it was like, but for me, like just winning that jam with my crew was good. But like me speeding and having to pay my damn tickets, like I don't know. You remember that, you know? Like I got pulled over twice. On the way there, on the way back, I was like,
even the cop asked him, he's like, oh, you guys won a jam. He's like, oh, you guys won that competition. Nice. He's like, was it worth it? And I was like, well, not anymore. Like, you gotta pay these fucking tickets, you know, like shit.
I don't know. So stuff like that for me is like, yeah, at the moment, like, obviously I'll be like, yeah, I want to win the money. But I feel like once you look back, like, even like 2-3 years later, you'd be like, man, just the moment itself was better than the $800, which was nothing, you know, like. That shit was here and gone and within a few days. Like,
yeah, like for me, like I had the opportunity to be able to travel like through Europe and Asia and things like that.
Mijo, Mijo, triples.
And it's great. It's great to see like the different cultures, the way things are, you know, coming together, different ethnicities, and then the crew moments, you know, like I think they go hand in hand with each other. But me going as an individual out there, I felt like I was missing something, which was kind of like the crew moments. Like, man, I wish my crew was here with me, man. I wish that, you know, at least one of them were with me for this 2-on-2 or the 3-on-3, you know. That was, you know, I was being flown out to and being able to travel, like, but being able to travel with each other, like, I wouldn't trade those moments for anything, because like I said, spending 20 something hours inside of a car and getting pulled over and the music and just people talking shit to each other, like people fighting with each other, people like fighting for shotgun, you know, like those are the moments that were like the best moments that you never want to change for, you know. And like I seen Alex beat up 3 people in the car. like that, like, you know, I was just standing back like, all right, I'm gonna watch him beat him up. and then what do we have to do? We have to jump back in that same car and finish the ride. You know, it's like you're not gonna be left behind, but it's like, I'm gonna whip your ass first, then you're gonna get back in the car, and then we're gonna drive. And it's like those moments you can never change, because we still talk about those moments like, man, remember this? Man, remember that? And then we're like, oh my God, I forgot about that. So nah, I would never change those for anything like out there now that I'm older.
Well, no, I feel like putting it into perspective, like Mijo says, once you're older, you realize that, like, yeah, you could go, like, if you put breaking aside, if you travel on a vacation and like, yeah, once in a while it'd be good for you to go by yourself, but you always want to have your family with you and enjoy moments, right? So it's the same with b-boying. Like, yeah, like it's awesome being able to travel by yourself here and there, but there's a point where it's like you kind of want to travel with your family and your friends and build moments outside of the jams, you know, like.
For more quality content from Beyond the Cypher with Illskillz, don't forget to press the like and subscribe buttons. Also, feel free to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Beyond the Cypher. Let us know how we're doing down in the comment section. And to make sure you don't miss anything from the channel, smash that notification bell. We appreciate the love and support. Peace. Into the next episode.